anxious. That separation can be difficult to discern.
Saint!
Guardian, were you waiting here for me?
Just considering the pieces on the board, Saint.
You worry for the deputy commander. She is strong, and her friend is very large. They will be okay.
Sloane will do what's necessary. But after that,
Then what?
things are less.
Certain? She won't have an objective anymore. So they're wondering what she's gonna do.
Forest, before Osiris broke time to reunite us.
Aww.
There were many days I felt lost. But I am here, and you are all with me again.
That you are.
Love kept him
Hero
going.
of the city. Then and now.
A hero, yes. Though my
It's
memory
crazy.
differs from what the stories say.
True. For him,
There's only so much
he's like
I
he's
can
just
do behind
trying
the
to
desk.
survive. And then the
Weighing
Fallens are like,
costs and
he's like a
outcomes.
savage
Finding someone
warrior,
else never
barbaric.
sits right with me.
But then to us, he's like a hero.
I'd rather the clarity of the battlefield beside the two.
Because wasn't in that season, then couldn't we like take him out of the timeline? But he's like, no, bring me back. Because we're like, hey, because of what you did, the tower came to be or something, right? Because you led the foundation for the tower and all this. So then he was like, you know what? Fuck it. I don't know why I bring this up every time for Dragon Ball Z for the flying stupid ass cockroach, but it's such a cool moment. Saint Fortune's like, you know what? If that's what I'm do, if I don't, who will? And he went. He's like, no, put me back. I'll do it. What an OG.
The burden of good leaders. To never feel we have done enough. But trusting
Hey, that's what it
those
means to be a
we
hero.
send is what makes us strong.
You were Vanguard commander once. What made you step down?
Because I am not as strong as you. You carry the command for the same reason the Guardian and I stand in the trenches. To set the example. To be the hope. When the time comes, you will see it too, huh? I know you will.
He's like,
Into the
yes.
trenches, then, Guardian. Yours on Titan, and mine in the tower.
All right, Commander.
I look forward
Respect.
to your report.
Man, do you think we're like doping this giant sea creature too much? And in the end, it might explode or something?
A flourishing garden. A silent god withholds a deeper truth. Questions unanswered, a
Traveler?
longing unfulfilled. The sky darkens.
The witness came to attack?
Journey begins.
It's hard to make sense of Asa's thoughts, but they are coming into focus, taken interference be damned. Hearing those sounds puts me right back in the thick of it. Staying on the move, gun in hand, Xivu Arath's voice in my head. Escape and evade. No matter how bad things got, that routine kept me going. And Asa kept me safe. She shored up my resolve, helped me find food, watched over me when I caught a few hours of shut-eye. Now she's doing everything she can to tell us what she knows. We're both on a new mission. Unfortunately, Drifter needs to tinker with his machine before we bank more coral. Hurry up and wait, right? I've been around a long time, Guardian. Seen a lot of action, gone on a lot of sorties. Always ready for the next set of orders. It's staying still that gets to me.
Yeah, she has to have something to focus on.
Saint, what is it? I'm busy.
Does Title know you use her ship to jam my messages to the deputy commander?
This.
What?
Sloan doesn't want your help. We're allowed to carry our own burdens.
You and I do not speak for years. When a battlefield brings us together, you choose to lecture. I am not one of your iron beasts, Saladin. Do not treat me as a pupil.
Then don't act like one. You've been alive too long to be this naive.
There is no shame in asking for help, nor harm in offering it.
I mean, I can see it both ways though. Like Lord Saladin's like, hey, let her process it on her own. You're like, you live too long. You think naively like that everyone is like, that everyone is the same. Everyone grieves differently. They process things differently, you know? But Saint Forte is also right. It's not a bad thing to give her more options than just, hey, I'm just gonna let you deal with it on your own. Which she will try to do, honestly, because that's what most people do. When something bad happens or things go wrong, they bottle it up. They process it on their own and try to get through it, and then that leads to depression or something. So Saint Forte is like, hey, I'm just offering my help. I'm not trying to strong arm you into this. I'm just saying, hey, if you need someone to talk to, if you need someone to help you process, someone to throw your thoughts at, I'm here. I'm ready to listen. If you don't want me to say anything, I won't. I'm just here to help if you need it, you know? So I don't agree with what Lord Saladin's doing with blocking the comms of the communication, honestly. At the end of the day, Sloan is her own independent person. Let her make the choice and let her get the information or what Saint 14 is trying to say, and let her decide whether she wants the help or not. For all we know, she might not be in her right mind, being stranded alone with a giant friendly beast, and then being echo voiced into her mind by Shifu Araf and the Taken and all these other things. So it's not wrong for what Saint 14 is doing.
She isn't asking.
Is that why you don't? I see a friend drowning, their armor pulling them down, so I lift them up from the water, yes?
Sloan held Titan lightless during the Red War. She thrives under pressure.
Tell me, Saladin.
I mean, bro, do you think that's really the right way? That seems kind of like a single-minded focusedness to make sure she doesn't really think of the real problem at hand. It's like, hey, I gotta keep my mind going, okay, we complete this, we gotta get to the next objective, so she never has to think back on her current circumstance of what's happening now, you know? She's like,
are you not doing the same as me?
That's preposterous.
You shield Sloan against my overbearings, do you not?
that is kind of true.
Did she ask you to do that?
True. You lost this one.
This back onto me.
You are softer than the Cabal think. More like fluffy dog than iron wolf.
Point taken. I'll remove the jamming signal. Just trust enough to let her learn to swim before you dive in after her.
I will temper my outreach to Sloan. Go a little. Perhaps I will shift those efforts to opening your heart, Lord Valis.
I always love moments like this when the characters bicker with one each other, talk, and then they understand one another more. It's so great. It's honestly the best. There was one with Crow and Mara, and then there was another one. There was another one with someone else. Who was it? It was Crow and Saladin. Bro, there's like so many great moments in these. It's too bad the majority of them are just comms and they're not like cutscenes, you know?
I win! Goodbye, Saladin.
Your efforts are paying off, young wolf. It's time for another dive. And another haul of coral for the deputy commander.
Coral.
Assuming, of course, that you can prevent the deep from drowning you like a rat.
Fucking.
Not that I'm worried about your capacity.
Was it the zombie show that isn't really that good?
Fighting by your side. She's always been
The Walking Dead.
A burden so that others need not. That's something I understand all too well. After the Iron Lords fell, I alone remained to keep the torches lit, to hold the banner high, and honor those who died in the line of duty. It was a lonely path, one I walked for centuries without complaint. Now, a legion of my former enemies walks beside me.
Hey, you gotta do what you gotta do.
I had forgotten what such camaraderie could be like. And I suspect the same holds true for Sloan. Keep that in mind when the two of you are in the depths. There's no weapon more powerful than the soldier
friendship
standing next to you.
Just so we're clear, disrespect the commander again, I'll hurl you off the arcology like a shot put.
That all it takes to get you to surface? I'm betting the ocean floor feels like home sweet home now. Hey, Chief?
Deputy Commander.
Get swallowed up by anything big while you were out there?
Not much cover at seafloor. Before Asa, they tried.
Doesn't sound so bad. Open space, cozy long girl. How'd you sleep?
Like a lamb in power armor. Stay on mission, and don't call her that.
Thing is
he saying she slept in her mouth? In Asa's mouth? That must have been a thing. Sounds like a whale, a giant whale.
I've been itching to know.
It's like space whale.
Worried you couldn't hack it? From what I hear, you're a survivalist.
I've run from every damn thing, if that's surviving. But, you commit. I'm fixing to commit to something stupid myself. Get swept up in a cause. So be real. You regret it?
The Vanguard had a file on you. Doesn't paint you as the hero type. You might regret it.
Well, ain't that the truth?
Deploying Sunimeter. This whole shelf is contaminated.
Your violence bears offerings. I accept them. Slay, be slain. Rise, drink, and let fill. In this strife, you are home.
Stop! Stop! Enough! Keep it coming. I've seen you run moats faster than this. Pick it up.
Guardian, I just tangoed with a massive Taken Knight. Clocked them, but they're right behind me. I'll keep their attention. Wait. They're gone.
That knight's headed your way, hero. Get ready for a showdown.
I'm cut off. Give him hell, Guardian.
Oh, they should have kept running. Look at them now. They're dead.
The newborn in Roma.
Just try believing all this power in your frequency. All these doubts may have to say.
Well, if you didn't need the backup, I could have saved myself the leg cramps. Let's exfil. Get this back to the long girl. Yes, I like it. And hear what she's got for us.
See? It grows on you. Talking with her must be a trip and a half.
It's a bit like wandering out into the dark. You're lost for a minute, but Then your eyes adjust and you acclimate. Things normalize.
One foot in front of the other. Funny how many things work like that.
Ain't that the truth?
Oh, hey there, Valus.
Oh, Drifter Saladin. First name basis? Jermaine? Oh, I wonder, is he gonna get mad at him for the alcohol?
Dredging hope.
You know it's Drifter these days. Has been for a long time.
I was just speaking with the deputy commander. She's ready for you.
How's she holding up?
Sloane is a soldier, and that role has given her purpose.
You keep saying that, but
she has been through a great ordeal.
All right, there we go.
Her own personal dark age.
Yeah, that's a bad hand to be dealt. Maybe this can wait. Unless you want to tip one back. Talk about the bad old days.
What is that? Motor oil? Battery acid?
Only one way to find out.
You and I are among the oldest of our kind.
Oh,
Centuries we've
they go
ordered
way
each
back.
other. Why now?
Why not?
Maybe another time.
Oh, I would love to hear that talk.
I think Kaido's actually mellowed that old wolf out a bit.
Shrouded in darkness. A promise of something more. Two halves of a whole, long divided. A schism between them. Reunited. A glimpse beyond. To the beginning.
What the hell? Did she just vanish?
The plan's working. It's getting easier for me to parse Asa's thoughts, like a picture coming into focus. Other things are a little harder for me to wrap my head around. When I first heard of Saladin's iron war beasts, I didn't know what to think. We lost a lot of people in the Red War. The Empire took so much away from us, and now Saladin commands an Imperial Legion. They're the reason we had to fall back and regroup on Titan. Why I had to send fire teams down into the arcology, never to return. Those Guardians died under my orders. They paid for our foothold in blood. When the pyramids arrived, there was no way in hell I'd give it all up without a fight. This is nothing compared to what others sacrificed. Completing the mission is how I honor them. Just like Saladin honors the Iron Lords, no matter who he leads into battle against our enemies. Stay the course, Guardian. Once Asa and I are ready again, it's back into the depths for us.
Saladin Forge. To what do I owe the pleasure?
Just thinking about the bad old days, like you said. And that bar you used to tend at the base of Fellwinter Peak.
Oh.
You went by Wu Ming, as I recall. Made some coin selling drinks to the Iron Lords.
Isn't Wu Ming a famous guardian? If I'm not wrong. Didn't Wu Ming have a special gun or something? Or exotic? Or the hunter? Maybe? I think I might have it. Because I heard that name before.
Hiring them to do jobs on the side. Remember all of that?
Yeah, I remember.
You left out the part where you threatened to burn it down.
Maybe I should have. I never asked you why you ran that little operation. What did you stand to gain?
With how your pack of wolves tipped their bartender? Not much. That place never got too busy, but I had my regulars, and they all had their problems. Some of them just weren't that easy to see from on top of a mountain. Maybe I wanted to call them to your attention.
Ah, so you had a better perspective.
Not better, just different.
I suppose I can see the value in that.
This is what, like I said, mentioned earlier. There's like sometimes they, aside from just being strong warriors, they kind of like air themselves out. Like it's extra options instead. Like I said, they would just keep it to themselves. But because he opened a bar, they got tipsy. Some got drunk. Some just wanted to drink and just wanted to shout at the walls there at Drifter's bar, Wu Ming's bar. And that's what goes back to Saint 14. Hey, it's not bad giving them extra options for if they want to. It's here if you want to do it. Like, I'm here to listen. You don't have to. It's just always nice, you know, to know that, oh man, I'm so mad. I gotta get this off my mind. I'm just gonna go drink or, you know, whatever.
Everything's got value, old wolf. You just gotta know where to look. What's the word, sister? All this Golden Age tech is impressive stuff. Almost makes you wonder how they lost back then. You dig? About that. If we're looking to win this time, I need Savathun's swamp to wash up a few finishing touches for my rig. Cracking skulls and looting halls is your bag, hero. That's why you're headed to her throne world. That pyramid Savvy brought down, it's cut off from the witness. Scorn bigwigs been digging tech we can use out of that burning heap. All you have to do is find them and take it. Then you let old Drifter worry about the kit bashing. Easy. Hey, one more thing. Sivu dripping nonsense in your head, too? She's been recounting some of my more heroic exploits. Dark Age's been on my mind. You know how the past is. You pull the trigger and people die, so you don't have to. Then, someone comes along and wants to forgive you for that. Like it's fine. Won't ask what Sivu's judging up for a killer like you. Wouldn't be polite. Thundergun's down there, though. Been under pressure so long, everybody's looking for cracks. Don't get me wrong, coin to table, she's been through it. But I don't think Sloane's looking to be told it's fine. 'Cause it ain't. 'Cause it needs to be ugly to win. And then, you live with it. See you on the other side.
This is tactical.
So Sivu Rav isn't just only talking to us. Sivu Rav is also talking to everyone apparently that's near here.
Dive green. Fire team. Sivu Arath is directing her forces against our extraction operations. Make this dive count.
The more I commune with Asa, the more dangerous these will get. We'll be quick and careful.
I trust this fire team to get the job done. Make sure everyone comes back in one piece.
Okay, partner. Get drilling while I get loud and make a diversion for you. Damn! Watch out, Guardian. You've got incoming.
A mad, fallen hound, ever seeking prey, born of wrath, driven by whips.
Oh, are we at the part where we spam the thing for the extra dialogue?
Sivu Arath howled their name. Crudazad. I remember that from an old report.
Crudazad?
Like a steel trap, sir. Crudazad was a field captain for Savathun before Titan went dark.
And now they serve Sivu Arath? Taken, Scorn, Wrathborn. She folds all conquered adversaries into her armies, doesn't she?
Not all of them. Just the strongest, or those she's looking to use as a weapon. Not just to fight, but to hurt. Psychologically. She's defacing everything Savathun touched on Titan.
Yeah, because she's like,
Her
oh,
sister, it seems more emotional than strategic.
no, it seems more personal. Because Siva Rav has beef with her sister because her sister was doubting the navigator. Because Savathun was like, oh, the traveler showed me. It is the traveler who showed me the light. While Shiva Rav has drinking the Kool-Aid too much with the, I'm assuming the witness is the navigator or father, mother, whatever her whole fanatic squeal is doing. That's why she doesn't like her sister.
This is awful.
Sure is. You ever been outside of Seoul?
Never had a reason to.
Can't say I recommend it. Saw some stuff while I was out there. Bad stuff. A world colder than you can imagine. Creatures that suppressed the light. My crew.
Oh, foreshadowing? The what?
Let's just
The witness people, like the Terminator, or it's the Tormentors? Terminators.
say we wore out our welcome. Creatures started closing in. Trigger fingers got itchy. Some of us froze to death. A lightless, final death. The others, they didn't go so quiet. Not until I shut them up.
Oh, damn, he had to kill him?
Not sure how long I stayed after that. Had to mod my ghost to survive. Used the parts from...
From their ghosts or them?
I did what it took to get off-world. And now I'm here.
I'm no stranger to combat, but... How did you leave it all behind?
Ah, I see what they're doing. It's like the same. Because he's getting it off his chest like, hey, I did all this. I did that, I did this, all to survive. At the moment of the time, that was all I could think of, was the objective, the single goal of my mind. But then once it was done, he's like, well, what did I do? It was like the adrenaline was kicking in. It's the same thing for her here, which was what Zavala said, which was what Saladin said, was what Saint 14 Drifter, everyone was saying. When she was alone, she just kept focusing on trying to survive, but with the end coming into and with the end coming into sight, what would she do then? What would be left? Would she just move her objective to something else? Like, we got to defeat the witness. It's the witness, and find a way to keep keep bottling all this up until it explodes, and you know.
I didn't. Some things you carry with you forever. But eventually, they stop feeling too heavy to lift.
Thanks for the drink, Drifter.
That's why Drifter had that bar. He's such a good listener and talker. I can definitely see it.
Anytime, Sloan.
That was a great conversation. Damn. This whole thing is making me come around on the Drifter. Then the one season of the Drifter, him owning this humble bar just to listen to people air out their grievance or whatever's on their mind is so amazing.
anathema, calamity, that which cannot, must not come to pass. A wordless denial, a fleeing god, betrayal, and escape. The pursuit for the final shape. We're almost there. My link with Asa feels crystal clear. It's a little frightening, but strangely comforting too. A lot changed while I was gone. It feels like the entire universe moved on without me, and now I'm struggling to catch up. Old enemies became new allies. New enemies wield the light against us. And old allies, friends, like Amanda. Sometimes I wonder, if I returned to the tower, would it even be my home anymore? Or would I just be a phantom? A forgotten memory wandering its streets at night? Xivu Arath's voice keeps telling me I don't belong there. That the battlefield is my home. That it always has been. Maybe she's right. Maybe reliving what I went through over and over again is a way for me to stay in familiar territory. To remain in the hell that I know. And avoid the one I dread. Either way, the mission comes first. I have to see it through to the end, regardless of where I end up when it's done.
Ah, I see you. You see me too? Ha, good, good. Then it is all working. You, me, this project. Even if we sometimes fall. There is a war building in Sloane's eyes. One that Xivu Arath will exploit, as she did with Osiris. Savathun wore his face, but it was Xivu Arath who took his light. Her whips drove him into a frenzy, lured him into danger, forced Sagira's sacrifice, and left him to die. Now she twists my thoughts into thorns, draws out the faces of the suffering Elixni into my dreams. She whispers that I took pleasure in their pain. I see their eyes as they died by my hands, and they see me. She does not lie. She challenges what you hold as a strength. Osiris's ambition, my protection, Sloane's duty. I have felt how the right word, the right face, can incite one to violence. But I have changed. What she has taken, it will not break me. Sloane is no warrior of glass, but the war within her. Even stone crumbles under enough strife.
Yeah.
Stay with her, Guardian.
Eventually, she'll hit
Have
that
with
breaking point
Osiris.
where
We
she
must
needs the help,
offer her what support we are able, even if she does
or she'll
not
vent
want
out some way.